Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel Platinum Bricks 95, and today, we're breaking down my Lego Marvel minifigure stand. Now, for you guys that don't know, this is something that I started working on last year. Now, as you can probably tell, it's pretty sizable, and also, I'll try and lift it, but I'll tell you now, it weighs a lot. Like, it really does. And as you can, well, I don't think you'll be able to see it. I'll take you in for a closer look in a bit. But this thing's completely covered in dust now, as it has just been sat in the spare room doing nothing, collecting dust. But the reason that I want to break this up, now don't get me wrong, anyone who watched the my Lego goals for 2023 video knows that getting this finished was one of my goals this year. I wanted to get this finished. However, the downside is I've actually counted up the total amount of every single Lego Marvel minifigure. Now, I excluded the really expensive rare ones, which you may be seeing a couple of pictures of here and there now. Sort of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, like they wouldn't be put on here. They would be kept sealed in their boxes because they're so expensive, obviously. Now, basically, this stand, even though it's giant, as you can see, it's not going to be big enough to stand every single Lego Marvel minifigure ever on. And I don't mean every single unique one, I mean every single one. So you could have 3 Outriders next to each other, all the same, but I wanted to have every single one displayed. Now, recently I have come off that idea, mainly because, I'll be honest, like I said, right, this thing is not light, all right? You could actually, if you got it finished, you could probably do workouts with it because it does weigh that much. But the downside is, I made this sort of Lego minifigure stand at a size of 64 deep, right? So it's 64 studs deep. Now, I forget how long it is. It's long, right? But the problem with this is, even if I did get it finished, it wouldn't fit on the shelf because it's too deep. I guess that's the best way of putting it, too deep. So yeah, that is the reason that we've decided to break it down. Now, I could cut it in half, but I don't want to do that. My new plan is to build individual Lego Marvel display stands for all of the minifigures per wave. So for instance, you'll have all of the 2012 Avengers wave on one stand. You'll have all of the mini-mechs on another stand, and this, that, and the other. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to wait until a theme has run its course. So for instance, a good example would be Black Panther, the original movie. There was only 2 Lego sets that came out with that. And to build a stand for that, it's not going to have to be big. Now, what I did want to do was sort of have them all clicked in together, so you could sort of have them all, you know, in a nice display. But again, this is something that I'm going to have to work on in the coming weeks because this thing is way too big. But I did just want to give you a closer look at it, so I will do that now, and we can sort of take a look at what I was going to do and sort of some of the other reasons that I've decided to break it up. Alright guys, well here is the minifigure stand as it is at the moment. As you can see here, I didn't even have enough base plates to fit it, and you can see just how many bricks and sort of plates I have had to use. Now, I did want to say, like, one of the main reasons that I want to break this up is literally it's using every single sort of brick that I have. Like, as you can see, I've pretty much had to use every single brick that I can get my hand on. Now, I want to take that apart because it's genuinely left me with no bricks to be able to build any other mocks. And I've got a few ideas for mocks that I want to do in the future, because I am getting to a point now where, whilst I love talking about Lego Marvel and I love Lego Marvel sets, I am really sort of struggling to maintain like doing reviews all the time. Like, I do get bored of doing them. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love doing the new Lego Marvel sets, but I'm finding it harder and harder to find motivation to record older videos, review older Lego Marvel sets, which is actually the video that I was going to do today, but this has been lingering on my mind for a while, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to talk about it today so that I can get it broken down, and I didn't want to do it without letting you guys know. So guys, originally, even though there is a couple of panels and you can actually see, let's see, you can see the dust that has been sort of collected on it. Lovely. But yeah, genuinely, it was 10 stories high. So there would have been enough room to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then here was going to be where I put all the big figs at the top. So it was actually 10 tiered. And with it having 47, we could have got 47 minifigs on each level. Now that was the plan originally. So you're probably thinking 470 minifigs is pretty good. Well, kind of. It's more 400... And I want to say, like, I don't know, because big figs basically take up 2 or 3 of the spaces that one normal minifigure would have taken up. So you do have to minus 47 off the actual top score. So it probably would have been closer to like 423 minifigures plus however many big figs I could have got on the top. Now, don't get me wrong, I do really like this idea and I would have loved to stick with it, but it's just too time consuming, it's too big, and genuinely it is taking up way too many bricks. Now I do want to stress this, guys, like I'm not a mock builder, okay? Like I could build small mocks, which is kind of what I'm going to be leaning in towards, to sort of dip my toe into that sort of mock building world, which I haven't been a part of since I was a kid. Like genuinely, I don't really build a lot of stuff that I come up with anymore. It's just, I don't know, I find it hard to do it with so many Lego bricks. I know it's weird, but yeah, I'm not a mock builder, so I am really looking forward to at least building a few small Lego Marvel mocks for sure, because yeah, I actually really want to do it, and I also think the content's more interesting if I'm being much more creative rather than just blabbing on about old Lego Marvel sets. So yeah, guys, originally it was going to be kind of modular as well, this thing. Like, if you can see here, oh, I didn't actually do it on this side, but I did on the back here, which I am showing you now. You can see, basically, the back was actually going to clip on by itself, but I never got that far, and I never figured out what I was going to do with the side here. I put a few tiles down, as you can see, but I'd never had an idea of what I was actually going to go to do with the size of the sides of this thing. Now, again, it's just monumentally big, and it may not look that big here, but again, I did stress it's 32 deep, and that is, well, if you push it over to the corner of my desk and line it up, yeah, it basically takes up about roughly a third of my desk in terms of width. Now, don't get me wrong, it would have been big enough to fit on the shelves there in terms of length, but it would have been too deep. Now, I could make it longer and shallower and just have it 5 tiers high, but I don't want to do that. So basically, I came to the conclusion that this thing is just too big, taking up too many bricks, also taking all of my plates that are 2 by 10 or longer as well. It's basically taken all of them. So yeah, I really want to get my bricks back, and as we're sort of in the middle of sort of updating all the Lego storage, I do want to have all these bricks available to go in them. So yeah, guys, unfortunately, that's what's got to happen to this absolute monster of a minifigure stand, which is what it was going to be. And I did really want like one big minifigure stand, you know. But I tell you what, actually, well, that wasn't meant to happen. But I'll tell you something, actually. I watched Mini Superheroes today. I saw a video he did the other day, and it wasn't about anything like to do with minifigure stands, but I saw how he displayed his minifigures, and what he does is he gets a base plate, stands it up horizontally, and then he sticks a brick along one line and then sticks his minifigures on there. And that works for some people, but for me, I just don't like the way it looks, unfortunately. So I will be rethinking, definitely building some sort of minifigure stands, or at least one, to see how it goes and see what you guys actually think of it as well, because that's the other thing. I do want to create things that either A, inspire other people to create similar sort of things, or B, just create cool things that people do want to see. So yeah, and whilst I do believe when this would have been finished, God, this thing's just going to snap in half. I do genuinely believe when this would have been finished, if I had ever got it finished, it would have been amazing. But it would have been too small to start with, which is mental when you see how big this thing is. But it would have been too small. It wouldn't have fitted on all of the Marvel minifigures that I did want to get fit on this minifigure stand. And also, it just would have been too big. It would have hung over the shelves, and I didn't want any overhang. Like, my shelves are not going to be, you know, sort of 30 centimeters deep. They'll probably be half of that, or maybe like 18, I think they normally are. So yeah, it would have been way too big, and that is another reason that I want to break it down. But the main one is, yeah, it's just taking up too much stuff, it's just taken up too many resources, basically, and it's left me without any Lego bricks, and I mean any Lego bricks. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to dismantling this, definitely. I've got a new storage bin, which is like the one that was featured recently on the channel. That's coming today, so I've got stuff to do there. But yeah, unfortunately, this project has fallen by the wayside. So yeah, guys, another vloggy style video. Again, I know these are much more sort of low-key, low maintenance, but I do enjoy doing these types of videos, and I do enjoy sort of updating you guys on what I'm actually doing within my Lego world, my little space of Lego, you know, my Lego collection. I just enjoy updating you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this sort of content. And you can, and I will say this categorically, right, you can expect mocks coming on this channel soon. Now, they're not going to be, who is it? Like, they're not going to be Androxoid sized, okay? They're not going to be Solid Brick Studio sized. They're not going to be, you know, Coconut Brick sized. And unfortunately, the one thing I really would love to do, like everyone, right? I'd love to have a Lego city. I would. But unfortunately, I just don't have the space in the house, let alone the Lego room. I don't have the space in the house to build it. Like, we don't have that spare space that I could build a massive Lego city. Because don't get me wrong, I'd absolutely love to. I really would. But I think for now, we'll stick with some mocks. And yeah, definitely going to be working on some Lego Marvel minifigure stands. Whether they'll be mocks or not, I don't know. But I will update you as time goes on. So yeah, guys, unfortunately now it is on to the boring stuff. If you would not mind liking the video, please like the video, as it helps me get on the YouTube algorithm. It helps me get on the YouTube algorithm. Sorry about that, guys. And also, it just helps support the channel. So yeah, if you would not mind liking the video, I really would appreciate it. And if you want to, please join the gang and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, or if you don't want to, I totally understand. But if you would not mind subbing, I really would appreciate it. Also, just very quickly before we do go, please go down in the description and check out my Instagram and my TikTok. I have actually posted on TikTok now. Woohoo! Yeah! So yeah, genuinely go and check them out if it's something you're interested in. I'm posting daily on Instagram, and I have actually uploaded on TikTok recently. So yeah, go and check them out if there's something that you might be interested in. Okay then, guys, well there you have it. That is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this sort of look into this little slice of the Lego world that I call home. I really hope you enjoyed it. All that's left to say is thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for getting me over 700 subscribers, because it really, really does mean a lot to me. Like, thank you so much. And thank you for all of your continued support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, there's nothing else to say except, I guess, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!